All right, let's get right into it. What if I told you that some of the absolute best, most reliable used cars out there are the ones that are just sitting on dealer lots, the ones nobody seems to want? We're talking about the cars that mechanics, the people who know them inside and out, secretly go out and buy for their own families. Today, we are opening up that secret list.
And this right here, this is the whole secret. The source for this, a mechanic with over 20 years on the job, he just nails it with this quote. These cars aren't unpopular because they're bad. Nope, it's because they're misunderstood. And for a smart buyer like you, that misunderstanding, well, that's where the opportunity is.
So, here's the deal for the next few minutes. We're going to show you exactly how to get that rock-solid, bulletproof reliability you expect from Toyota, but for the kind of price you'd normally pay for a Kia. This is the insider info that can literally save you thousands of dollars.
Okay, let's jump in with number 3 on our list, the Buick Regal. And that nickname, the German sleeper, that tells you everything you need to know about its secret identity. Seriously, this is a car that just flies completely under everyone's radar.
Now check out this story. This is a real-world example. A customer comes in, he's got his heart set on a used BMW 3 Series for about 15 grand. The mechanic has to break the bad news. Look, that car is a money pit. You're looking at thousands in repairs, probably soon. So what does he suggest? This 2015 Buick Regal. It's over $5,000 cheaper, has way fewer miles, and honestly, a very similar feel on the road. The customer, smartly, took his advice.
So, fast forward, what do you think happened? After 14 months of driving that Buick Regal, the customer's total repair bill came to $47. And that wasn't even for a repair. It was for a routine oil change and a new air filter. That is just incredible value.
So how is that even possible from a Buick? Well, here's the secret sauce. The Regal is basically a German car wearing an American costume. It was built on a platform they developed with Opel in Germany. It's got a fantastic turbo engine, and, this is the really important part, the transmission comes from Aisin. That's the same Japanese company that makes transmissions for Toyota. So you end up with German engineering, Japanese reliability, and American pricing, all because people overlook the Buick badge.
And this chart just lays it all out, plain and simple. I mean, look at that gap in the purchase price right away. But the real kicker is the repair costs. A timing chain job on that BMW? Almost 3 times what it costs on the Regal. And the turbo? Oh man, on the Buick, it's a few hours of labor. On the BMW, you're looking at a wallet-crushing $3,000 plus labor bill. No thanks.
All right, coming in hot at number 2 is the Mazda 6. And let me tell you, this might be the most ignored, super reliable midsize sedan in America. It's a blast to drive, it's cheap to keep on the road, and honestly, it loses its value way faster than it should, which is great news for you.
You want to know how tough these cars are? Listen to this. An owner brings his Mazda 6 in. It's got almost 170,000 miles on the clock, and he's being responsible. He asks the mechanic, hey, what big expensive services do I need to prepare for? The mechanic puts it up on the lift, checks everything, brakes, suspension, fluids, the works, and he comes back with nothing. The car was totally solid.
Now, why is it so durable? Well, Mazda made some really smart choices by keeping things simple. They basically said no thanks to all the complicated tech that often breaks. So, there's no complex CVT transmission that can be a headache, there's no high-strung, high-stress turbo, no finicky dual-clutch system, just a good old-fashioned, rock-solid engine and a proven, traditional automatic transmission. It's a recipe for a car that just keeps going.
And here's where knowing that pays off. Big time. If you look at a 2017 model, the Mazda 6 costs, on average, $5,000 less than its biggest rival, the Toyota Camry. You're getting a car that's more fun to drive, just as reliable, but for thousands less. We're calling that the $5,000 reliability bonus that the rest of the market just completely misses.
So is this the car for you? Well, it's a perfect buy if you want a fantastic daily driver that you plan on keeping for a while. The only real catch is that it does lose value faster than a Camry, so it's not the car you buy to sell in a year. When you go look at one, just check for a couple of tiny known quirks. The infotainment knob can get a little sticky, and sometimes you'll feel a tiny shudder around 45 miles per hour, which usually just means it needs new motor mounts.
And that brings us to the number 1 spot on the mechanic's secret list. This is the one, the car he recommends more than any other, the one he calls an absolute game changer. Get ready for the Toyota Avalon, or as the people who know call it, the secret Lexus.
So seriously, could this be the single best kept secret in the entire used car market? You know, the reason it's a secret is pretty simple. Most people just write it off as an old person's car, never even bother to look under the hood. But that's where the magic is hiding.
Okay, here's the absolute truth. The Toyota Avalon isn't just like a Lexus. In all the ways that really count, it is a Lexus. We're talking the exact same chassis, the same legendary 3.5-liter V6 engine, and the same buttery smooth automatic transmission that you'll find in the much more expensive Lexus ES.
This chart says it all, doesn't it? For the exact same model year, you are paying a staggering $7,500 premium just for the Lexus badge. It's the same engine, same platform, same bulletproof reliability. That extra $7,500, you could call that the Lexus tax.
So who's the perfect owner for this car? Honestly, it's ideal for anyone who does a lot of highway driving or just wants that supreme, quiet comfort and reliability without paying the luxury price. It is a big car though, so maybe not the best choice if you're constantly fighting for tight city parking spots. And here's a real pro tip for you. Try to find one being sold by its original, older owner. They are almost always garage kept and perfectly maintained.
And look, this is the ultimate seal of approval. When a mechanic with 22 years of experience says that if he had to put his own money down on one single car to drive for the next decade with the absolute lowest possible cost of ownership, and he'd pick the Avalon with no hesitation, you should probably listen to that guy. All right, let's wrap this all up. We've just gone through 3 fantastic cars that offer just an insane amount of value. And it's all for one simple reason. The average car buyer just doesn't get them.
So there you have it, the mechanic's shortlist. You've got the Buick Regal, all the fun of a German car without the terrifying repair bills. You've got the Mazda 6, the fun, reliable sedan that runs forever and costs way less than the competition. And then you have the Toyota Avalon, the ultimate smart move, a Lexus in disguise for a Toyota price.
So the real takeaway here is this. The most popular car isn't always the smartest buy. Now you have the insider knowledge to see past all the marketing hype. So the next time you're out there looking for a car and a dealer tries to push you into some overpriced lease return, you'll know better. You will know to look for the hidden gems that the experts are actually driving themselves.